charged particle moving in a magnetic field. So simple consideration, no exaggeration. I have considered. So what is the net force? Actual force on the charge. A moving charge should have some velocity. Hello students, this is SD Sir from the Temple of Excellence. We all know that light travels faster in air or vacuum. But what about our imagination? Will it not travel faster than light? Yes, today's session we will imagine the consequences of magnetism and justify the consequence of our imagination. Session 2 on moving charges and magnetism. In this session, I will be discussing two important concepts. The first one, magnetic force acting on a charged particle in a magnetic field, and similarly magnetic force on a current carrying conductor in the magnetic field. So before I jump on to those discussions, we will recall a few elementary ideas we did in our session 1, where our scientist Hans Christian Ørsted proves the magnetic effect of electric current. He says, whenever current flows through a conductor of any shape, a magnetic field is created around it and the vice versa. We also studied Ørsted experiment which justified the idea. And finally, we stopped by understanding Ampere's swimming rule. Now, the first concept that I discuss in today's class is the magnetic force acting on a moving charge. Very important. Charge particle moving in a magnetic field. ಈ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ನ ಹಲವಾರು ಸರಿ 1 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಅಥವಾ 2 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಗಳಾಗಿ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. So you need to understand the basic formation of ideas here. So it is magnetic force on a moving charge. It is a moving charge, a charged particle which moves in a magnetic field. So observe the diagram, students. Plus Q is a positive point charge, a small charge, point charge, which is positive in nature. So plus Q is a positive point charge which is moving with a velocity v. ಅದನ್ನೇ ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು, moving charge. A moving charge should have some velocity So plus Q is moving with a velocity V in a uniform magnetic field, what I call as B. So simple consideration, no exaggeration. I have considered a positive point charge plus Q, which is moving with a velocity V in a magnetic field of strength B. So what is the immediate consequence? Go back to the first chapter. There was a charge placed in an electric field. Immediately it experienced electrical force. Now a charge is moving in a magnetic field. So the magnetic field should exert some magnetic force on the charge. See how beautifully we are comparing the consequences of electric field and the consequences of the magnetic field. The charge plus Q, which is moving in the magnetic field, will experience some magnetic force. The magnetic field will exert a magnetic force on this charge Q, and this magnetic force is given by vector F equals Q into vector V cross vector B. A very iconic expression. Magnetic force acting on a charged particle. F is Q into V cross B. Please to understand, this is cross product expansion. Therefore, F has to be Q VB sin theta. Even in dreams, when I ask you now, what is the expression for force, magnetic force acting on a charged particle? It has to be F equals QVB sin theta. What is the electric force acting on a charge? We have studied F equals Q into E. What is the magnetic force acting on a charge? F equals QVB sin theta. Or in vector form, vector F equals Q into vector V cross vector B. Now what is this theta, students? As shown in the diagram, it is the angle between the direction of the velocity of the charge and direction of the magnetic field. Very clearly, theta is the angle between V and B, the direction of the velocity of the charge and the direction of the magnetic field. So I want you all to basically learn this expression. Keep this expression thoroughly in mind. The force acting on any charged particle in a magnetic field is F equals QVB sin theta, where Q is the magnitude of the charge, V velocity of the moving charge, B, strength of the magnetic field, theta, angle between the direction of velocity and direction of the magnetic field. Now, understanding the consequences of that expression, now I will understand when is the magnetic force maximum or minimum. ಇದನ್ನ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, under what conditions the magnetic force acting on a charged particle becomes minimum or maximum. First, we will analyze when is the magnetic force minimum. Now, I assume this is the direction of the magnetic field. So these lines give me the direction of the magnetic field in which the charge is moving. ಈಗ recall ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, what was the expression for magnetic force on the charge? We told F equals QVB sin theta. Magnetic force acting on a charged particle in the magnetic field. Now, my question is, when is magnetic force minimum? When I say magnetic force minimum, I am trying to understand when does magnetic force on the charged particle becomes zero. Mathematically, by this expression, if F has to be zero, sin theta has to be zero. Why not Q, V or B? Q represents the magnitude of the charge. There has to be some charge which is moving in the magnetic field. Otherwise, no sense. And by cross product expansion, this is magnitude of V, magnitude of the velocity, magnitude of B, magnitude of the magnetic field, which cannot be zero. The only implication is sin theta has to be zero. I repeat, dear students, if F has to be zero, sin theta has to be zero. Why sin theta has to be zero? Why not the other factors? It is because Q is the magnitude of the charge. There has to be some charge moving in the field. If Q is zero, then the concept of force acting on it is nonsense. So Q has to take a specific magnitude. What about V and B? By the cross product expansion, this is magnitude of V, this is magnitude of B. They have specific magnitudes. They cannot be zero, dear students. So the only option is sin theta has to be zero. When is sin theta zero? Once if theta is 0 degrees, mathematically, beautiful agbaruduve, theta equals 0 degrees, force becomes zero. But what is the physical meaning of theta becoming zero? It means the charged particle has to move parallel to the direction of the magnetic field. When it moves parallel to the direction of the field, theta is 0. So force acting on the particle is 0. Is it only for theta being equal to 0? No. F is 0 even when theta is 180 degrees, which means the charged particle moves anti-parallel. So if the charged particle is moving parallel or anti-parallel to the direction of the magnetic field, 0 or 180 degrees, very clearly we come to understand that the force acting is 0. Now the next condition is, when is the force acting on the charged particle maximum? Under what condition the charged particle experiences maximum force? Again, if I consider the expression F equals QVB sin theta, charged particle experiences maximum force if sin theta takes up maximum value. Sin theta takes up maximum value. What is the maximum value of sin theta? The maximum value of sin theta is 1, which happens only when theta is 90 degrees. The angle between the charged particle in the magnetic field is 90 degrees, which means if the charged particle moves perpendicular to the direction of the magnetic field, and therefore sin theta becomes 1, the maximum force, please note this also, the maximum force acting on a charged particle F max is QVB. So I have given you the conditions under which minimum force and maximum force acts on a charged particle in the magnetic field. Minimum force, theta has to be 0 degrees or 180 degrees, which means the charged particle has to move parallel or anti-parallel to the magnetic field. Maximum force, when theta is 90 degrees, which means when the charged particle moves perpendicular to the direction of the magnetic field, and that maximum force is QVB. Dear friends, my next attempt is to get the definition of magnetic field using this expression. I want the definition of B, magnetic field strength. How do I define magnetic field strength at a point of the magnetic field? So, I use again the expression for magnetic force, where I told F equals QVB sin theta. What is my aim here? To define B, to get the strength of the magnetic field. To define B, I impose unitary conditions. I make all other quantities unity. That is, I say Q is plus 1 coulomb test charge. Nenpitkolli. V is 1 meter per second and theta is 90 degrees because sine 90 is 1. So I am imposing unitary conditions on all other physical quantities. Charge plus 1 coulomb, velocity 1 meter per second, theta 90 degrees, Q is 1, V is 1, sine 90 is 1, which means F equals B. You're so beautiful. I have arrived showing that F is equal to B. So magnetic field strength means what? It is nothing except than F. What is F? Magnetic force. Acting on whom? A charge of magnitude 1 coulomb moving with a velocity of 1 meter per second at right angles to the direction of the magnetic field. See, so simple. What is magnetic field strength? Sir, it is simply magnetic force. So nice. Magnetic force acting on whom? A charge of magnitude plus 1 coulomb moving with a velocity 1 meter per second when theta is 90 degrees. That means if the charge is moving at right angles to the direction of the field, that is when it should experience some force, and that force is defined as magnetic field strength. Now, the SI unit of magnetic field is Tesla. ಒಂದು ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಗೆ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಕೇಳೋ ಚಾನ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ದ SI unit of magnetic field B is Tesla. Standard international unit of magnetic field strength is Tesla. ಹಾಗಿದ್ರೆ I will ask you a question. When is the magnetic field strength said to be 1 Tesla? Go back to this expression. I'm asking you, when is B said to be 1 Tesla? Very simple, sir. ಹಾಗಿದ್ರೆ ಹೇಳಿ ನೋಡೋಣ. When a force of 1 Newton, ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕಲಿ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ನನ್ನ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಇತ್ತು. ಯಾವಾಗ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನೆಟಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಂತ್ 1 ಟೆಸ್ಲಾ ಆಗತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಉತ್ತರ ಏನು? ವೆನ್ ಅ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ 1 Newton acts on a charge of plus 1 coulomb moving with a velocity of 1 meter per second at right angles to the direction of the magnetic field. Now, here comes a very important topic, something called as Lorentz force. What is the meaning of Lorentz force? Now, my dear students, I will consider a charged particle moving in a crossed field. I have used the term crossed field. A charged particle which moves in a crossed field. What is this crossed field? That means both electric field and magnetic fields are present, and both of them are mutually perpendicular to each other. A crossed field is a region of space where you have both electric and magnetic fields, and both of them are mutually perpendicular to each other. Such a region is called crossed field. Electric field present ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನೆಟಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಎರಡೂ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ಗಳು ಮ್ಯೂಚುವಲಿ ಪರ್ಪೆಂಡಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದರ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಕ್ಯೂ ಮೂವಿಂಗ್ ವಿತ್ ಅ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ವಿ in the presence of both electric and magnetic fields. Now what is the basic consequence? The electric field will exert a force on that charge, and we will call that as F equals Q into E. So this is the force acting on the charge due to the electric field. Will the magnetic field stay idle? Nanenu madalla anta? No. Magnetic field will also exert magnetic force on the charge, and that magnetic force, as we studied, is given by Q into V cross B. So what is the net force? Actual force on the charge due to both electric and magnetic field. That is F equals, Q gets cancelled, vector E plus Q into vector B. So due to the presence of electric field, this is V into vector B, and this force is what is called as Lorentz force. Again I write vector F equals Q, that is the charge, vector E plus vector V into vector B. So this is due to the presence of electric field as well as the magnetic field, and that is what is called Lorentz force. Force acting on a charged particle in the direction of both electric and magnetic fields. And now if you observe the direction of the force, it is perpendicular to the plane which contains velocity and magnetic field direction. So please to understand, the direction of the magnetic force is always perpendicular to the plane which consists vector V and vector B. So very important, direction of the magnetic field. My dear students, what is the direction or magnitude of magnetic force acting on a neutron in the magnetic field? Neutron doesn't have any charge. Therefore, force acting on it is minimum. When I say minimum, 0. So please to understand, the force acting on any charged particle is QVB sine theta. And the force acting on the charge in the presence of both electric and magnetic fields is what you call Lorentz force. So I've given you the condition for when the force becomes minimum, condition for when the force becomes maximum, and we have also understood the definition of magnetic field strength from the given expression. Now, similarly, continuing, I will now just discuss the expression for force acting on a charged conductor. My dear students, it is not a charged particle now, it is a charged conductor. A conductor which carries current in the magnetic field. And the expression for force is given as I into vector L cross vector B. See, this is very important. Again, this is the expression for force acting on a charged conductor which is present in the magnetic field, conductor which carries current in the magnetic field, which is given by vector F equals I vector L cross vector B, or an expansion F equals BIL sine theta. Remember the distinguishment here. If it is a charged particle, F equals QVB sine theta. If it is a charged conductor, F equals BIL sine theta, where theta is the angle between direction of current and direction of magnetic field. So please to remember, if it is a charged conductor, F equals BIL sine theta. Now, on similar grounds, we will study when theta corresponds to force. Andre, when is the force acting on a conductor maximum and minimum? Again, as we told, if F has to be 0, theta should be 0 degrees or 180 degrees. The same way, because again it is sine theta, which means now current has to flow parallel or anti-parallel to the direction of magnetic field. A force has to be minimum on a conductor. If it has to be 0 on a conductor, it means minimum, that is current flowing, should be parallel or anti-parallel to the direction of magnetic field. When is force maximum? If theta is equal to 90 degrees, so maximum force is equal to BIL. Theta being 90 degrees means current flows perpendicular to the direction of the magnetic field. So my dear students, in this session, we have clearly understood the concept of force acting on a charged particle and the force acting on a charged conductor in a magnetic field. For a charged particle, F equals QVB sine theta. For a charged conductor, BIL sine theta. What was Lorentz force? It was the force acting on the charge in the presence of both electric and magnetic fields. So when I come back to the next session, I hope you will understand, come prepared with these expressions and consequences. Till then, stay safe. Have a good time. Thank you.